Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker's teaser trailer made its first debut around 3 months ago over at Star Wars Celebration, and ever since then a lot of fans have been very excited and eager to see the upcoming teaser trailer 2/trailer 2 of The Rise of Skywalker by director J.J. Abrams that will allow fans to understand the tone of this movie a whole lot more. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. So what's really great about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is going to be the culmination of the Skywalker saga, and is a very important film for Disney and Lucasfilm as well as the Star Wars community around the entire world. Now, with that being said, we do know that this film is going to really determine the future of the Star Wars franchise. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of course, the various shot descriptions of the upcoming trailer 2, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of Rey and Kylo Ren in a standoff on a desert world, where it's described that they have both of their lightsabers ignited. It's said behind Kylo Ren is a burning, crashed TIE interceptor, implying it's the same one from the first teaser trailer. It's described that there is a moment where Kylo and Rey walk casually toward each other, where it's said that something causes Kylo and Rey to pause and turn their heads to the right and looking into the sky at something. It's described that the music ramps up during the scene to create a dramatic effect. The next describes a shot of Luke Skywalker holding his green lightsaber in both of his hands, where he appears to be teary-eyed, where his hand is resting on the lightsaber and his hair appears just as it did on Oct 2, indicating this may take place on a different world in the form of a flashback well after his temple destruction. Additionally, a shot of Kylo Ren wielding his ignited lightsaber and pointing it in the direction of a large Resistance base wall that appears to be like a fort. It's described that an army of Sith troopers are running toward the wall by Kylo's command, as Kylo makes the order with his Knights of Ren by his side. The last describes a scene in which it involves a rear shot of Kylo and Rey, where Rey is holding Kylo's saber and Kylo is holding Rey's, where a shadowy figure is seen in the distance, where Palpatine dialogue is set to begin, followed by a lightsaber sound effect as it cuts from away from the scene. So let's go over a couple of parts about this, because we do know that this movie is going to be very dark in comparison to The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. In fact, I don't know if you guys knew this, but there are quite a number of scenes in this movie that are said to be darker than that of Revenge of the Sith. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure if they could really pull that off. You know, if you think about what Disney has done with the films, I'm not quite sure if they would really want to do, you know, scenes that are going to be darker than elements of Revenge of the Sith, but hey, we'll have to wait and see. So, the one thing that I really want to go over that stands out to me a lot is, of course, the Luke Skywalker scene, where he's holding the iconic green saber in his hands. He appears to be teary-eyed, except he has long hair here, just as he did on Oct 2, indicating that this is not the same exact scene as the temple destruction scene in The Last Jedi, where he had short hair. So, what I like about this is that it does mystify the fans. It really makes one question themselves as to exactly where is Luke Skywalker and why is R2-D2 with him if he appears like he did on the world of Oct 2. Now, it's very possible that this takes place some months or maybe even weeks after the events of course, the temple destruction from The Last Jedi, before he basically sets himself to discover the first Jedi Temple. This could absolutely be the moment in which Luke Skywalker says, "That's it, I'm done, I'm not going through the ways of the Jedi anymore," and he puts it to rest. Now, one of the other sequences that I really want to go over that really sounds like it's going to be very Lord of the Rings-esque is how we have Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren ordering an army of Sith troopers. Specifically, Kylo Ren pointing his ignited lightsaber in the direction that he wants the Sith troopers to go to, where all of the Sith troopers are running towards a tall, large wall that is actually attached to a Resistance base. It's said to appear just like a fort. And I don't know about you guys, but it very much reminds me of what was done in the Lord of the Rings films, especially in the ending sequences, like the major battle scenes. It somewhat reminds me of that, and after all, we do know that Disney and Lucasfilm, they love inserting a lot of medieval elements into the new Star Wars movies within the sequel trilogy itself. It's one of the big reasons as to why they got David Benioff and D.B. Weiss from Game of Thrones for the new trilogy. For some reason, they like mixing medieval stuff with Star Wars content. Now, the other piece that I do want to go over involves the moment in which we have a continuation of what happened in the teaser trailer back in April of this year, is where we have Kylo and Rey in a standoff with both of their sabers ignited, looking at each other with a burning TIE interceptor behind Kylo Ren. Now, this indicates that it was indeed, yes, Kylo Ren inside of that TIE interceptor in the first teaser trailer back in April, and now it has crashed because Rey attacks it and destroys it, and now they're in a standoff. So you can see how this trailer is going to answer some of the questions in, of course, the last teaser trailer that we got back on April 12th of this year. So I think that's a really good and a great step in the right direction here by Disney and Lucasfilm to kind of give us a little bit more of an explanation of what was going on there. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.